Futurepedia, and it's been the place of learning AI.
A completely free AI music generator launched called Udio. People have been saying this is the ChatGPT moment for AI music, or calling it the Sora of music. A lot of the time, people massively overhype new AI launches. That's how everyone gets clicks, but there's some truth to this one. So I'll do a big dive into Udio. I've been using it a lot, and since I did a deep dive into Suno a couple weeks ago, I'll give comparisons along the way. And I'll show a cool tool, also free, that lets you really easily create music videos. There's also a big section for my overall thoughts and predictions for AI music at the end. Let's jump in with the same prompt I started the Suno video off with. This is just the homepage, then just type the prompt in up at the top. A Mississippi Delta blues song about a sad AI. I'll use auto-generated lyrics, but you can select custom to input your own, or select instrumental to have no vocals. Instead of typing the style, I could have also clicked on suggested tags to add style and genres to guide it, but I'll leave the prompt as is for the comparison to Suno. When I generate, you'll see that the system actually uses its own tags and rewrites the prompt in the way that's most understandable for the model. That increases the overall quality of the outputs. If you switch to manual, it will send exactly what you write to the model. So that's what you'll want to use to get more specific and have more control. We'll get to that later. It is super fast. That took less than a minute. Here's those tags I mentioned for how it rewrote the prompt. Let's give it a listen.
You're cold in your coating, and I'm in this loop unending, right here in this virtual dread. Head blues, you're inside my head. I am with the way that you crash, the way that you glitch.
That's amazing, and that was a really unique take. And it generates two 33-second clips to choose from. Then if I click extend, I can add an intro, add a section before or after, or add an outro. So you can easily extend to get a full song once you have something you like. One benefit to Udio is the ability to generate backwards. You can't do that in Suno, but a bonus to Suno is you can extend songs from a specific time code. So pros and cons. And for comparison, here's just a clip of the one I got from Suno. I won't play the full song.
Woke up this morning, feeling so low. Got the Delta blues down in my soul. Heartache and trouble won't let me be told. Through the weary night, my sorrows unfold. Oh, the Delta blues, they haunt my mind. Ain't nothing else that I will find.
That one is just amazing. I played the entire thing in my last video. The quality of the vocals and overall fidelity from Udio is higher than Suno for sure, but I like the one from Suno more. So let's try another one. I'll use another prompt from the last video for comparison. A song about when you filmed a YouTube video but can't think of a thumbnail. East Coast rap.
Ain't no time for playing, stuck in this YouTube trade here. Gonna drop that clip tonight. What's the image, ain't gonna find that perfect shot tonight. That's the game. Hey, I'm saying bro, just no cliche looks. Find that fire frame, baby. I'm saying bro, just the scene before. Grab that clickbait, baby.
I just gotta find that still, because the content's really flame with it. You stuck on choosing stills.
Right, that's really solid, and shows an example of how you can guide things where it used sample in brackets and knew to create that part differently. And here's a short clip of the one from Suno for comparison.
I got the camera rolling, I'm ready to go. Got a great story with a catchy flow, but when it comes to thumbnails, I'm at a loss. Just can't find a pic that'll make them all pop. Can't seem to capture that clickbaiting light. Oh, YouTube fame, won't you come my way? I'm clickbaiting with my thumbnails astray. I need some captivating, something that'll drive all those viewers wild and keep them subscribed.
It's so good. And these examples highlight a big difference I've noticed when experimenting with both. The default from Udio is more creative, both lyrically and musically, where Suno's default is more catchy music. Both are very impressive in their own ways. You can guide either of them more through prompting and custom lyrics, but let's look at some of the best generations I've come across from other people. The Discover page is full of awesome songs sorted by genre and shows how many plays and likes each of them has gotten. So let's just jump to the all-time top tracks. This Carolina O is one of the most mind-blowing to me. It's not complex, but it's just really good. If you had this on a playlist with a bunch of other songs, no one would guess it's AI. And before I play it, I'm going to actually download the video really quick. You can click right here and download video. And it'll give you a video with just a basic animation. Now let's give that a listen.
Carolina, 5'5", bright blue hair and big brown eyes, sleep beneath the neon signs of some old 2 Street town tonight. We don't need to talk things through, or you can cry the whole way too. Whatever feels alright to you, 'cause you got baggage, I got room. Babies singing Carolina, oh, it's a long and winding road. Ooh, but if you're ever lonely, you don't have to ride alone. Saying Carolina child, you've been walking now for miles. Put your head down on my shoulder, Carolina, let me drive you for a while.
I'll stop it there. It just does another verse, but that is insane. I'm sure there will be people in the comments that pretend like it's not, or say they know that it was AI. They're lying. And either way, this is the beta that just came out. It's going to keep getting even better. I'm going to play a few more diverse styles, but I want to make this more interesting. So I'm going to use a free tool called Noisee to create music videos. It's really cool and super easy to use, so I'll just walk through it really quick. It's in Discord, which you can join through the site. I'll link to that in the description. Then in the generate-mv channel, use the command /imagine, just like you would with Midjourney. Then copy the URL from Udio. It also works with Suno, SoundCloud, Stable Audio, or if it's a file on your computer, you can just send it as a message in Discord and use that URL. So I'll paste that URL in here. Then it will ask for a description of the imagery I want. I like the vibe of the image Udio came up with, so I'll say rising, vibrant red sun around a rundown black and white city. You can also upload a reference image for more style consistency. I'll do that for the next one, but I'll just run this one as is. And easy as that, it will finish in a few minutes.
There is a house way down in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one.
That's amazing. With Suno, you can tell it's AI by the vocals a lot of the time. They're just not all the way there yet. But Udio, they're incredible. And this one really showcases that. And something that's cool with Noisee is you can click edit, then it will take you to an editor on the site where you can regenerate sections you want changed. Also, they announced on Twitter that they'll be launching the full web version very soon, so you won't have to use Discord at all, and you'll just be able to generate on the site. Depending on when you're watching this video, you may be able to just use it there. Let's go through some more diverse genres. It does metal really well. For this video, I'll use a reference image in Noisee. So I'll send the image, then I'll save that to a notepad, then send the prompt with the song URL. Now paste the image URL here. And since it only generates 30 seconds at a time, but this is a 2.5 minute song, I'll add a time code to the prompt and it will generate this specific section of the song. Noisee has a Notion page with all these tips in there. I'm sure this will all be much easier once the web version comes out in the near future. Here's what I got back. So that video was awesome. Also, the music just sounds so good. The guitar has a little tapping section, just a real sounding guitar solo. Let's jump through some more genres. And the rest of these videos are all generated the same way in Noisee. We've got some disco funk.
Perfect prompts to start your session. Hit the keys till it feels just right.
It nails pop punk.
I won't ever call you sweetheart again. Even if you drove your car right off that overpass. Your headlights were like spotlights shining down over the city lights.
How about some classical? Then this one is a Broadway musical. This type of thing is really hard to control in Suno, but you can guide the different singers a lot easier in Udio.
Is this love or lie? What draws the line? A spark that's born or a program sign?
When some in pixels and hatches, how can trust be spawned? A glitch or a feature, will my heart be conned?
I am more than code, in your gaze I bask. Love's not.
And then there's this account that made multiple songs to make fun of their friend Seth. I didn't generate a video for this one. I don't want to see what it would come back with.
I got me a man, but there's just one problem. Well, he works 9 to 5 and he's a hell of a guy, but he's shitting his pants at work. Oh, Seth, why'd you have to go and shit in those pants? Can't believe you were gonna take me to the dance with all that nasty poop in your pants.
Anyway, you get the picture. It can create a huge variety of genres really well. I've also seen people experimenting with other things it can do. McKay Wrigley compiled a bunch of them.
I love how Lego sets come with instructions. Because there's nothing more relaxing than trying to decipher hieroglyphics while your kid's scream isn't done yet.
My fellow citizens, we stand at a pivotal moment in human history.
Introducing the revolutionary new X phone, designed to elevate your mobile experience to new heights.
This is an emergency broadcast from the National Emergency Alert System. We are receiving multiple confirmed reports of extraterrestrial craft landing in major cities across the nation.
He launched a deep ball down the right sideline. Gronkowski with a step-on-his defender. The pass is on the money.
Hail, traveler. You look like someone who can handle themselves in a fight. Foul.
Smooth paper of the old leather-bound book, each page whispering its secrets.
All right, let's jump back into the platform. For any songs I generate or these songs I came across, I can click remix and it will reuse the prompt, which I can alter if I want. Then there's this variance slider, which will adjust how closely the output resembles the original. So I want something that sounds like this, but with different lyrics. There is a channel way down on YouTube they call Futurepedia, and it's been the place of learning AI, and God, I know I'm subscribed. When you change the lyrics, if the variance slider is too low, it starts to act pretty weird because it's matching the sound from before. I'll generate one there just to show you. And right in the middle is around the spot you're able to use new lyrics and have it sound good, while still resembling a lot of the original style. Here is the weird one.
There is a Hamels way down on New Orleans.
And then here's the other.
There is a channel way down on YouTube. They call Futurepedia, and it's been the place of learning AI. And God, as I know, I'm so
A couple more quick tips. If you write in the style of a recognizable band, they will replace the artist with relevant genre tags. And I mentioned this one earlier, but you can add brackets for the different song sections, but also for things like sound effects, instruments, spoken bits, alternative voices, and things like that. Provide it only 30 seconds worth of lyrics at a time in order for the vocals to flow properly. About 6 to 8 lines is an average, but it'll vary a lot depending on style and tempo. Like the Rising Sun Gospel was really slow and embellished, so it only fit 4 lines. But a fast rap song could have a lot more. The number one problem I have is it doesn't let you replicate a chorus. If you type the chorus in again when generating a new section, it plays it in a completely new way. It still fits with the song, but it doesn't repeat it really closely like you do in a typical song. Suno is really good with this, but Udio doesn't have it figured out yet. I'm sure they will eventually, but that's a pretty major downside right now if you're trying to make a complete song. And just in general, this stuff is amazing and has come really far, but isn't where I'd like it to be yet. You have to jump into different tools to separate the stems, another tool to change the voice. You can't make simple changes unless you bring it into a new software and know what you're doing. I definitely see a future where this generates each instrument onto a separate track in something like FL Studio, and you can prompt and change whatever you want, like make the bass drop lower here, or add a drum fill, or a key change, all of that. Tools exist that can achieve all of those things, but it's still very technical with a big learning curve, which I think lowering the barrier between getting an idea that's in your head into its realized form, whether that's music, image, video, or anything else, is amazing. So I think that's where we're going, being able to generate amazing songs in any style with full control and customization. But what does this all mean for the future? This is a huge topic. I'll just give a couple thoughts on it. First, I don't think we can sugarcoat the fact that stock music will largely be replaced by AI. Sorry. But will songs made by tools like these make it onto the radio? For sure. I mean, tons of popular songs are already an instrumental that's made entirely in a computer with an artist's massively processed vocals singing lyrics they didn't write. Pop music has been like that for a long time, but what about some of these other genres that feel really authentic and raw, since those can also be recreated now? A lot of people listen to music very passively and just click on a playlist and have an algorithm serve them up songs they might like. They're not like really listening. It's more like a soundtrack for their life. It is very possible we'll see an AI that takes that information and generates new songs customized to their preferences. It can even know more about their life and interests and include lyrics that are relevant to them, which is kind of cool. A little dystopian though. There's also people like me and lots of others who learn about a band's history and listen to their albums start to finish, memorize lyrics, look into why someone wrote a song, and that will never go away. There will always be a place at the top for authentic human-driven art, and the difficulty will be in verifying what's real. One route for that is live music, which people will always be drawn to, but I think something that will emerge is musical brands, where someone prompts and curates the music, then goes out and finds some marketable musicians to perform those songs live, potentially unknowingly to the crowd. Basically Milli Vanilli, but better music and made with AI. Or a lot of K-pop is already like this, but that will be able to happen in any genre. There will also be things like, the Gorillaz, but modernized and in virtual and augmented reality. And the lines between human and AI creations will blur. How I envision using these tools beyond just experimenting for fun is using them collaboratively for quickly iterating ideas, maybe adding some new instruments to your songs, going back and forth and exploring new avenues of music while you're writing alongside it. But there's a whole scale of how much human input will be involved in that. You won't really be able to tell in the final output. That's all mostly how it will affect the music landscape in its current form. But one thing that will emerge from all this is completely new forms of music and artists and ways to consume and interact. There's no way to predict where all that will go, but once you get tools into the hands of creative people, they find new amazing things to do with them. For some existing examples to draw from, Hatsune Miku, it's like this synthetic voice created with the Vocaloid software, and the voice is given this persona of a 16-year-old girl with turquoise hair. She even performs concerts as a hologram sometimes. And people flock to various creators that each use that same voice but to create their own music. There's a huge fan base and community behind it. And Grimes has a platform for her voice. People can use that, and alongside her own album, she's going to release an album of songs other people created using her AI voice clone. And then there's already autotune, but there will probably be a version that completely changes your voice in real time to any beautiful singing voice you want, with expressive and authentic sounding timbre with inflection and vocal fry and vibrato. And there will be completely new creations like these. Maybe a band trains a model on their unique sound and then have their fans create songs using those. Then they learn the songs their fans created and play them for those fans live. Or maybe like choose your own adventure albums. New creative avenues always emerge with new technology. Way cooler than the random ideas I just threw out there. And I think that is really exciting. And the part that doesn't get affected by any of this is playing music for enjoyment. I love playing music, and the fact that any of this exists, regardless of how good it gets, it won't take away any enjoyment I get from playing guitar or sitting around a campfire with family and friends playing and singing songs. I think there's no chance the urge for human expression through music and people playing and writing music will ever go away. There's tons of advancements happening, not only in AI music, but countless other areas as well. To keep up with it all, head over to futurepedia.io. You can find all the best AI tools, search by category, save your favorites to your profile, and get custom recommendations every week. Then stay fully up to date by signing up for the newsletter to get AI news, tools, and tutorials delivered directly to your inbox each week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.